I'm going to tell you everything because what kind of honest guy would I be if I didn't tell you everything? Kane agreed to it. He agreed to it on the part of, let's put a tracker in you in order to keep an eye on what's like on where you're going or or who you're encountering. And he did. He accepted it. He said yes. I would do not do anything like that if it wasn't appropriate at the time. And he wanted it. The one thing, though, at the same time, it's my general creation. It's obviously it's obviously got my magic within it. So you can expect something to go wrong if someone is to manhandle somebody else's equipment without their permission.
Well, first of all, people are not your equipment and your property.
No, no, I'm talking about the tracker, the actual device itself.
The
Kane
tracker?
wanted
You,
it.
you're
Kane
afraid of
wanted.
someone would steal your tracker or something?
No. The tracker that went into Kane's eye. He agreed for it to happen in order for me to keep on track of where they're going, who
Okay.
they're seeing, who they're talking to, in case there was
Sure.
like a life-threatening problem that was going on. They, like other people, decided to remove it, so they were just meddling with things they shouldn't be meddling with. If they asked me, I would have just taken it out myself,
As I
but
said,
they
this is
chose not
between
to.
you and Winters. You're kind of explaining this to someone
Well,
who doesn't really
this is the thing.
has
This is
nothing to.
why this is why I'm, explaining it to you, so you have more of an understanding, and I'm being truthful with you.
Oh, okay. And I'll
Do
hear
you
you
want me
out.
to be truthful with you, or do you
I'll
want me to be
I'll I'll
lying
he-
through my teeth?
I'll hear you out.
Now, there's one thing. I gave Dylan to hold on to two keys. One is the key to the files of everything, all my paperwork. I'm pretty sure I didn't spill coffee on one of them.
Uh, at least you're at least trusting us members at least a little bit. Hmm.
Well, I make sure to write down everything that basically goes on. Some of them, like the paper, is actually withered and torn, so I can't really do anything about that except trying to redo them.
We can still help you out
The
on some
other,
of the files because we have a lot of uh, technology that could see any residual words or even sort of guess
I can
what the phrases were
I can
supposed to
try
be.
with that.
Any bits or any
I can
pieces,
try
we
with
can
that. I can ask.
help you recover it.
That would be probably helpful. My information I can give to you. Absolutely fair if you need it.
I'm,
Another thing is that,
I'm just merely stating we can help you recover what you have lost that has been weathered over time.
as I say, I appreciate it. Another thing to be directly truthful with. My name's not actually Edward, but I prefer to be called Edward.
It's fine. If you want your anonymity, we understand. I understand.
No, it's not because of that.
I mean, I kind of had my suspicions considering that's not exactly elvish, but
An elven name.
yeah, I know what it kind of
Trust
looks
me.
like and sounds like. I mean, I may not be.
I'm pretty sure there's actually paperwork in my satchel. I'll explain of everything for it. I'd go over it myself personally, but that's a story that
It's fine.
do you know somebody called Jonathan?
I heard a name such as that, yes. I'm not sure if it's the one you're referring to. It's a rather common human name.
He's a he's a doctor. You ever meet him?
Yes, I
Ask
do
him,
know.
and he'll probably
Yes,
give up the story.
I know a Jonathan Doctor.
That's all I can say.
Fine.
It's technically his information. It's technically his surname.
It's Michael. Hmm.
I mean, there's nothing else I can really explain to you now. I've practically given out a lot of the details, especially the facts, especially with the name. I'm not being protect. I'm not being directly. It's just that I don't really want to. I don't
It,
really class myself as that name.
it's fine. I highly recommend you uh, tell Hybris about this. I mean, we can't help you, and we'll have our hands a little tied if we don't know certain details such as this. I mean, Hybris uh, really likes her privacy, so if you tell her not to have certain things public or known, she'll keep to that. So if you're in danger
I feel
or
like
if someone's coming
if I'm
after
in
you or
danger, I'll explain
I mean
everything.
you are
It'll be fine.
pretty fucking in danger, but like, more directly, like just like more imminent sort of.
I feel like it'll be fine.
Uh,
I
okay.
feel like it'll be perfect. If I get into complete danger, someone's out there trying to genuinely try and kill me, I'll make sure that everyone's aware of it.
Okay. Yeah. Also,
Can I judge you from your conversation as well?
yeah, it's a panda. He wants to learn nature magic or something for like,
Well,
which is
that's
impossible.
not my fault. I
But
could teach them, but I don't want to teach them. That's up to you now.
I mean, it's not exactly his proficiency. Those types of animals. I do have an idea to put him more of a path he may have the ability to accomplish and still align with his goals. So I'll have to see what thinks about that. Out ahead.
That's fair.
But what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, no more explosives. Just just out.
Trust me. For me to cast an explosive now, I'll probably either
I
one, be
mean
on the
I
ground
mean like
bleeding out, or
it's
two,
something that can potentially be explosive as well.
that's why I'm slowly controlling my magic over time as well, and I'm enjoying seeing things. It's actually amazing. It's actually a lot easier as well because you get to look straight ahead of you. You're like, I can see everything behind. Well, I can see everything in front and behind and to the sides.
Yes, yes, yes. Just be sure not to stare into the sun too long or stare at red lasers or anything that says not to stare at it for long durations. You can still physically hurt your eyes
That's
with various things,
that's
so
why it was slightly hurting when I was
try
looking at it.
try to be aware of such. Just try to be aware of that.
Gotcha. Imagine looking at the sun.
Actually,
What type of idiot would do that? Ah, I'm blind.
also don't
Nah, it's
swim in a
whatever.
pool
It's
with
all
too much chlorine in it either. That also hurts too.
right.
Mm.
Wouldn't that count if you had your eyes open?
I mean, it still gets all over your
Jump
skin.
in. Ah!
Skin, the water, the hair might just splash into you.
That's why I don't plan on going anywhere near water.
Also,
I
which
can
is kind of
support it.
strange. I may have to actually teach you tracking magic. You can put in someone that won't explode. It has a higher non-detection capability, even though you
Yes, the reason
all
why it was
knowing
so
elf.
explosive is because they caught me at the wrong time, you know.
They caught you at the wrong time. Is that what you're going on about? Oh, get the fuck out of here.
What do you
But
mean? No,
you know,
don't
do you know ruins?
say again. Sorry.
Ruins. Do you know ruins magic? Rune magic.
Ruins or runes?
I swear to God. Are you NES?
Runes?
Are you NES?
Ruin
Yes. I'm sorry that I.
or
You can't
runes?
exactly. No, it's not
Runes.
ruin. You know what though? That fucking ruin shit. Okay, you know that type of magic?
Yes.
Then use that on people. Safer, more
That's what
controlled.
I do a lot of enchanting on.
Putting raw magic into
I
people.
create runes.
Crazy.
What do you mean? Raw magic is best magic.
No, it's not. It's You already know why it's not this, man. I'm done. I'm going to. Where's the panda
What do
guy?
you mean? Raw magic?
Oh jeez.
You know what it. We know the playground.
Uncontrolled,
Okay.
potentially
Now, do you
explosive.
want to go to anyone? Do you want to go to anyone? Let's find a random person and let's ask them. We'll do a little one-on-one
I don't have
briefing.
time for that shit
Which is
right
better,
now.
raw magic or shit magic?
Excuse me?
No,
No, no.
can I search it if you want to?
No, what the? What are we doing? Oh,
Sachi,
Yeah.
you may be busy.
I got a question for you. Which is better? Okay, okay. Where did he go? There he is. Okay, raw magic or nature magic?
What?
Which magic?
We're not having a
Raw.
contest.
I'm about raw magic.
I think like
Raw magic or
arcane or
nature?
something. I don't know
Raw.
what he does exactly.
Okay, so I know what you mean. More of mana manipulation to the point of using the arcane. It's so depending on how it is, right? There's not really a which is better. It's just more so in situations what would be more useful. If you're more in a forest, yeah, nature magic, you would be well, king in Manamong. But if you were more of a ruined or a desert, arcane magic be more destructive or more of use. So it's
Or
depending on
useful.
situations.
Okay, I guess the situation. Okay, I guess that
It's
works.
more it more it more
Sachi
pertains.
agrees.
He
It's more
agrees.
pertains on it more pertains on the universal magic. You know the universal school. It's
Yes.
mostly pertains of that.
Hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
Appreciate it,
go.
Sachi.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
told you.
Yeah.
I need to go.
If you ever need magic lessons, I can teach you the basics.
I wouldn't trust this guy as of yet.
I got it covered.
Quite a variety of people in my life so far, and from people who could be classed as heroes to people who are
What's going on
completely
here?
yes, the most evil you could think of.
Oh my.
Some miracles are still
I'm gonna tell you to stop.
He's kind of booping her to death.
Makes this song not really work too much. I need some magic flowing through this one. Just let me get a drink.
Howdy.
Hey, is it fine if I get some
Well,
water, cold water, with
I'm
ice?
mostly done with the conversation with Edward, so sorry.
Okay, so what was this about being
Who's here?
raped and all that? Like, what was that?
Michael, a lot of
What?
people, sins outside.
He was complaining about
talking to the
what
detective?
you went somewhere and they
Doesn't
kept
cost
raping
anything,
him or
does it?
something.
No, he's talking about massages from the resort we were at. He didn't want it. I mean, it doesn't matter. He already left the resort. He's doing his own thing. More massages for me. More free food.
So,
And a pool all to myself.
What did I do?
And jacuzzi, so
okay,
I'm
fair
good.
So what you and what Edward, what is this? So what you said like someone called Hibis and all that.
Yeah, that's my
What's
boss.
all that
It's
about?
it's it's not something you should get involved with.
Red, you want to hold on to this?
We were told to be
Okay,
put on
no,
vacation, just basically, and he's not taking the vacation as seriously as he should. That's really it.
well, I mean, I suppose if he likes reading, then reading would be something that can relax, but
I know he can do whatever he wants there. He's making such a big deal out of nothing.
I don't, yeah, I don't know. He seems like an interesting character. But yeah, that's right. I do have a phone now. I've still no idea what I'm supposed to use with this pronged thing that you plug into the with the wire that you then plug into
Oh,
the phone.
I guess that's the to charge up the phone to give it electricity
Yeah.
and make sure it stays working.
Oh,
I
where
just
do I
kind of
get electricity?
there should be a wall socket. Like you should see it. It's like a
Okay.
should be around here.
Yeah.
You'll
Okay.
see
I
it.
mean,
It's
I
like
think I spot one over here actually. Hold on.
yeah, okay,
Let's
yeah, I
go.
do see it. Like I kind of didn't know
Right.
I was behind the pillar. Was it?
Here we go.
Oh, it was on this corner.
Mm,
Yeah, those
yeah.
small things at
Okay.
the bottom. Probably should take like a couple
Yeah.
of hours
Okay.
really. Make sure it's
Oh dear. Yeah.
done that every
No,
day.
that's fair. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think my tree has access to electricity. I mean, I've never
Uh,
really asked, but
no, I wouldn't think so. No.
hello, hello.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I just got a phone. Yep. Oh, hello.
I'm the first talking bear I've seen.
Hold on. That might be a figment of your imagination. I might just be a regular bear.
I've just been talking to him, and if you ask me, there's nothing wrong with him. It's not the typical nappy.
Uh,
No. Okay.
I don't
No.
I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll
No.
guess.
I'm just wanting to see if it's able to convince people because I've been told to do that if the church ever arrives.
What
So.
can you expect from him?
I mean, she's fine. She's not.
Okay.
Oh
So yeah,
God,
sorry about
you
that,
know about
Charlie.
the church. Might have to fill you in
Yeah, I
on
know
more on
about the
that.
church.
Uh,
Yeah, no, I mean,
less
apparently
than
they did
standard
something yesterday.
individuals.
I don't know.
I'll imagine the sort of
No,
chaos that would happen
isn't there
without him.
something like who was it?
That's
The
why I always like to
Aegis
think.
who are supposed to be contracting them or something, or
Yeah,
like what's
that's
going on with the church?
they're not very nice people towards
Fair
non-humans.
enough.
So
Well,
at the
blame you.
at the
Yeah,
basic level,
You don't want to say the wrong thing,
I
right?
mean me
yeah,
included,
no, that's fine.
because I'm a Neko.
I mean, you.
So
Enjoy your evening.
unless you're not pure
Oh,
human,
oh, right, yeah, you're Captain Mensch. Okay, yes.
they don't well, they won't like you and they'll probably attack you and kill you. So they're not good
Well,
people to come across.
yeah, that is sort of why I'm interested in learning natural magics off of you, so I can get like self-defense and all that.
Well,
Um,
of course, but you don't need magic in order to defend yourself. It's
I mean, look. I
it
mean,
helps.
what? I know I look big and imposing, but
I mean, really, you
I'm
could
not that
probably
much of a fighter.
knock me out, like just give me a good swift.
Yeah, but okay, but the amount of non-mortals I've seen around here really does make me wonder if there's like if there's more, if they've got like, I don't know, some kind of magic or whatever that makes them more resistant or
I
anything like
see.
that. I don't know.
I
I
mean,
think they would dabble more in anti-magic
not
type
sure.
spells, counter spells.
There's
You
not
know,
everyone
holy
has
rods.
magic.
Hmm?
It's not very common to have magic actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't. I know. I mean, actually, do you know if actually no, that's interesting.
But
Okay,
I
no, I
see what you
know.
mean. It's fine to use that as an additional means to protect yourself and others.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, from
Besides,
what
I
I've
mean,
heard,
yeah.
they seem to be after the demons right now. But once they get the demons, who knows if they're just gonna leave or if they're gonna target some other race they don't
They're
like.
targeting all non-humans, so they must more likely after demons, um, mostly, but still non-humans are still on the radar.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They
Yeah.
probably kill the ones that they find ugly or non-useful, and then the ones that they find maybe more useful, they'll just enslave.
Uh, Possibly.
Do they do enslaving?
Uh, yeah.
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, if
like
they do,
you might not get killed, you might just become like manual labor for them.
Or a
oh,
pet.
oh, that's nice.
Or a pet. Yeah.
Okay, I hate pet. I hate pet. But no, no, that's a bit inconvenient. No, I'm thinking like, what would just, so what's just generally they would focus on anti-magic.
Well, it really depends.
I mean, they
Hmm.
have free magic.
Currently, the church, from what I understand, has holy and holy and light.
So that really does make me wonder what their perspective of angels are.
They like them. They also, yeah, they,
I thought they worship a human.
well, humans and angels. Sorry.
Oh no, they don't like Michael.
Uh, uh, yeah, he's Michael's Michael. Let's go with that. I,
What is Michael like a fallen angel or something?
I, I don't know.
Surprisingly, no, but the way he acts, he would be in most churches, I guess.
I
I
think,
mean,
from what I
I had to
heard,
explain to him that
he may
he
have
would have
already
to
been in opposition
increase.
to them, so he may be on their bad side. So
Mm,
that's why. I guess you're not with them, you're against them, kind of thing.
it might be something I can ask Huey about. Mm,
But like,
But overall,
yeah.
it's really not that
I
Hmm.
yeah, I just don't
necessary to
want to
look.
think what they would do to like people like me.
I mean, so are you a demon or what are
No,
you?
I'm a Neko, as they call it, but I'm not
So
from this world.
so
But
you're
yeah,
a so you're a different subspecies of.
cat girl.
I'm just used to calling. I mean, I know you call them Nikos, but I'm just so used to calling them, what's it? Cats and Mensch. Like back in one of the realms that I visited,
Uh,
that's all they would call that. That's just I'm just so used to Cats and Mensch. It's yeah. So
Uh,
Nikos. Actually, I think there have been times when I've come across them being called Nekomimi or something, but I think Cats and Mensch has been far more driven into my head or something.
mm,
Anyways,
no.
can I help you?
Hmm. Ah. Never seen a talking wild animal. Especially
I
one
mean,
that's quite peaceful.
Well,
I mean,
we've done quite a few of those before. There's even a sentient rock that runs around here sometimes.
a sentient
A
rock.
rock?
Yeah.
oh,
Actually,
right,
I
the
think
Rock.
I can't.
Hmm.
I wonder if that rock is cursed, like me.
I don't know. I think I
No
might have
idea.
met that rock before. Like I don't know. Maybe outside of the casino. I think. Like, is it a floating rock or is it
Mm.
just?
I mean,
It's a rock with like drawings on it for like eyes.
Ah, okay. Not sure then. In that case, I don't know.
Yeah, it's literally a living rock. That's all I can say. It doesn't talk. It just kind of moves around. It can jump, but it stays on the ground.
yeah,
Okay. I
pretty
mean,
much.
I would say that's odd if it wasn't for the fact that I've already met one before. So I don't know if it's the same one. Really, wouldn't
Here in
know.
the Fair City, I don't say anything is odd.
It's quite
Because,
a
I've seen so
quite the
much,
area.
it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
even a bird from outer space came by.
Bird from outer space. Interesting. I know that what's it? I think it's Aegis that has their city in outer space or something. I think that's what I've heard.
They have a space station there called Citadel.
Uh,
That's about all I know.
yes, it's the
He works for
cathedral.
them.
Yes,
Oh,
Oh, the
okay.
we got one of
cathedral.
those. Yes, we got one of those. It's my
Oh,
workplace.
okay. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
also what is. Sorry, yeah. Go ahead. Sort of picking the brain.
I was just gonna say, if you have any questions about Aegis, he would be the one to ask. He works for them.
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
I'm not too keen on technology, so I don't know anything how the
yeah. No.
space station
I,
operates. It's very
The only
interesting.
time I've ever been
But
up
yeah.
there is when Hybris accidentally sent a shuttle to pick me up.
Oh, I see.
accidentally.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I didn't know why she was sending it, and all. It just kept ringing my phone, and it's like, oh, I better take it.
So
Eh,
what?
yeah, might have.
Was it by accident that they wanted you, or did they actually want you for something?
No, it was by accident.
Yeah, she's very
Oh,
busy, so she may have sent an additional one.
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. No, I've mostly, I've actually been asked to. Actually, what was it? He suggested that I actually apply to work at the garden, at the Lotus Garden.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I might actually start working there.
Oh, that's good.
That's what. Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. Being that, still not quite sure what I'd do, but I
Well,
guess
you'd probably be
I guess I've.
security. You look intimidating enough.
Well,
I mean, yeah, but I'm a bit soft. I'm not tough or something. Like, I'm strong, but I'm not like, yeah, you're causing trouble. Just pick you up and
just
just
give him the
pull
old
you off.
bear
Right?
hug.
No, okay, I'm going to.
Just give him
Okay,
the old bear hug. Just,
okay. I have had practice
You
suplexing
squeeze the
people
air out of
before.
them.
Like, I have done suplexing. I can do bear hugs.
you got like claws,
Just,
right? You got that. You can use
I
claws.
mean, yes, but I'd rather not use them. It's like a bit of a hassle. Like,
I'm sure the establishment would also
you
prefer
mean
you
like
not.
cleaning claws and all that?
Uh,
Actually, do you have
yeah.
claws?
I don't know.
Do
I mean,
I? I can't really tell.
It's just a
it's
suggestion.
like,
I mean, I've just bears got
Mm,
claws and they got
well,
sharp teeth, and I'm just
I
stating
mean,
what they
I think just
use.
that you walking up to someone and being like, "I'm giving you a warning," would be enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like, all right, what's going on here? It's like, looming over someone like that, and it's just.
I wouldn't get that close,
Yeah,
but yeah, you're
that is
on
very
the
intimidating.
you're on the right track.
Huh?
Show them
Yeah,
the old
I
claws.
suppose.
I'd be like,
Uh,
I got them.
well, I would think that they would prefer not to claw anyone or use the claws even on the troublemakers,
Of
as you know,
course, I mean they're
that's where you
probably
get
just for
rumors.
like eating, not really
Well,
fighting.
no, you get rumors that the garden hires bears to maul its customers.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that. No, that'd be pretty bad.
I mean, it's not cannibalism if we're not the same species, right?
I, I wouldn't talk
No.
about eating people. I mean, I'm just saying that natural weapons
Yeah,
and
but
all.
No, okay. No,
but
there was like some incident with hamburgers and
hamburgers are good there.
I've only had
What's this
one.
incident about the hamburger?
okay, no, okay,
Nice meeting you.
that's staying in the vault.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
sorry
check on
about
other
that.
people.
Okay,
Alright.
all right. Sorry
Okay.
about that, stranger.
I'll see you later.
The name's Nexius.
Nexius.
See you later,
Okay, all
Nexius.
right,
Mm-hmm.
all right. You take care, man. Okay, so yeah, yeah, no, just that's
Actually,
hamburger still
this
gives me
actually occurred
trauma.
to me. Yeah, you're big. You got a lot of strength, most likely. You
I
can
can
probably
carry
use it.
people.
Oh, you can carry people. You can carry people. You can probably incorporate
Yeah,
that strength into magic as well. You know,
okay, so the thing is that
that would
yeah, I
also
think
why waste your
my
potential?
okay, so the thing is that since what was it a few weeks ago, my ability to carry people has had very strange effects, as in like I don't know what was it since what was it near the beginning of April April. What's it
April,
called? I didn't. Yeah,
April,
like
yes.
at the beginning of April, there was something that just completely messed up me being able to carry people, and it's been kind of it's been kind of weird because I think like hold on.
So you're having a
Okay,
hard
I
time?
think no. Okay, so try so okay. I I I've got I think you can try sitting on me now. I think I've mustered enough strength. So,
Uh,
yeah, there's actually seats on
I
my arms.
mean,
So,
you could
uh,
they work? Fantastic.
so I mean, yes, but the thing is that it works very strange, being that does it seem like you're hovering in place or something?
Seems so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't know what happened at the beginning of April, but it seems to have I really don't know what it's done. I really have no other way of describing it.
Hmm.
I mean,
Well,
I've heard other people talk about like a strange flow of magical current in the air.
hmm.
Mm, yeah, so just what was it? It's not like spring magic or anything, is it? Like, I mean, I
No,
don't know if you've got that in your realm. I mean, I know you've got like holy, unholy, and whatever else because people don't seem to put that much focus on anything outside of holy or unholy,
it's
you being the
it.
exception.
Uh,
It seems
I
to be more.
suppose. Seems like I'm almost trying to wonder what we don't got here in
It would
terms
be
of.
more. I would say it would be more wild magic. It has flown through, where spells and things have changed.
Yeah, I
Like
think just
like
it's a
the
bit odd.
stalls in the club I work at went invisible. We thought it was a pixie, but it turned out it was just random spontaneous invisibility that just happened. They were still there, but they were invisible.
Sorry, which club do you work at?
I work at Nickel Knights.
I've heard about Neko Knights. I think I've heard. I mean, that's run by. Am I correct in thinking that there's an alligator there or something?
No.
Or
An alligator?
yeah,
Run by
there's.
me and the Next Sisters.
Oh wait, you're actually one of the people who run.
You're still here?
The thing.
Of course I am.
Yes, I am.
Just know
Yeah,
something.
I run
okay, I
the
didn't
I got
Wednesday
4 years.
nights.
I don't know. Go
shows.
away. Kind of like
Okay.
talking to
Right now
people.
I'm taking a small vacation, so there is
What do you,
no
what do you mean?
openings
I spoke to
right
Vela,
now, unless
Velos,
maybe
or
Chachi
Dean,
might come
whichever
in
they
and
wanted to
open
be
it up,
spoken
but
about. Well,
as
no,
of right
decided,
now,
no.
I'm just
Well, I
taking
offered
a
them if they wanted to
vacation.
learn magic. But at the
No,
same time,
that's
it's
fair
up to
enough.
Sachi as well.
No, it's just like I
Yes.
keep hearing about this
Good kid,
alligator
not gonna
I
lie.
or
think
something
They could be
that's
better than you.
Sachi's child, actually. So
what's
I
it?
would assume so.
They
I didn't know
Stay away
Sachi was
from
a
him.
axolotl. I'll be
Yeah,
honest, I didn't
I
really
I
see one
mean,
there.
the
But you know.
axolotl is Sachi's
this
child.
alligator and
So,
yeah,
Yeah, but I didn't
sounds
know
like
the
a scary
father. Yeah, I don't know the
individual.
father
Not gonna lie.
was an axolotl. So
I might tell
saying.
you,
I
even though it's a robot,
not
it's
my blood adopted,
obnoxious,
but okay, I'm busy.
bad
Yeah,
robot.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
fucks.
no, I know.
Okay.
It's just
So I thought we had a
Some-
conversation about this. So yeah.
And has
We're good.
to make
I'll meet you
everything
later.
Which?
about him wherever he goes, and it's like
Being annoying.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm not being annoying.
I don't know. It's just it's.
All right, then I guess you're not.
Just
All right,
keep
see you.
hearing
Bye.
about him, just like always in
He's fine.
like
Magic.
back of rumors or something. Like there's always someone talking about this one alligator, and it's just like I'm
yes.
thinking. I remember hearing about what was crocodiles or something, or crocodiles, alligators, but they've got powerful jaws that they clamp onto you, and just trying to open them is impossible. However, apparently their opening muscles are so weak that you could just pinch them shut and they can't open it. So,
Not
probably
this
thinking,
one.
what have people tried?
One, he's got he's machine.
Oh, okay.
Two,
Oh, he's one of those.
two, he's got a buzzsaw coming out of his mouth.
Okay.
Wow.
Wait,
That's
buzzsaw. What's a
buzzsaw.
wait?
Kind of like
I know what a saw is.
like a
What's
saw
a
blade,
buzzsaw?
sort of like a chainsaw or something.
Yeah, saw blade. No, just a regular saw that you would see at like a the saw wouldn't have.
I see.
Oh,
That's
those right here. Okay,
That's
I see.
the big spinny circle blades.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, so he gets one of those out of his mouth. Oh, good luck trying to even reach his mouth to pinch it.
That doesn't sound very comfortable.
Or his machine. It doesn't need comfort.
I mean, why? I mean, really? I mean, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Okay.
Unless we're talking about a different gator. I
No,
know
I
of one
think.
gator that goes to the establishment.
Yeah, no, it's just like, what was it? Just cold uncaring machine for a cold uncaring lizard or something. Just.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
no,
definitely not golden.
I mean, I've heard bad things about him, and that's just. Except for one person. One person I know, she seems to like him. Although then again, I suppose she's a bit more loose. But yeah, I don't know. Oh dear. I mean, that's a bit tragic. But
he runs a competitive club called like Bronx or something. I don't know what it's called. I've never paid much attention to it.
Never heard of it.
He's just curious. And part of me is just really curious, just to know, just to be there, just to see him, just so I can think, Jesus Christ, what is that? Like,
Of late, he's been using a hologram to try to hide himself from being a giant alligator, but
Oh,
clearly the programming was not either the device on in his robot form, or the programming of it is not really the best because he looks kind of blocky.
wait a second. Is he
so,
talking about
Doesn't
Rolf
look
Gator?
natural.
I haven't heard.
I mean,
I'm assuming
I've
that.
seen this sort of technology before. I mean, I have seen a lot of technology. It's just that I'm unfamiliar with how to use it. So, yeah, I've seen people try use, what was it? Something grams, hollow, hollow, holographs or
Holograms.
hollow,
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
thing. Um, they've tried using holograms as methods of disguise or something. I think, what was it? There was one interesting person who just there was one time where I just saw them just sit by the door of a club. They just crouched into a ball, and then they activated something, and it just turned them into a box or something.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
interesting.
yeah, I think that's just something they yeah. Yeah, no, that guy, yeah. Senor Pastel, I think his name was. That was very interesting. Yeah, no,
Well,
otherwise,
I'm no good with technology, as I said, so
yeah,
I
no, I know,
only
I'm
know the
not either.
basics.
So
I don't know how
the
it
whole
all
thing about
works,
having like
or
a phone. Actually, has this charged yet?
it's been
Like,
quite a while. It may be able to be turned on and used, but I wouldn't think it would be more than really an
switch it
hour.
on.
Kind of like hold the
Okay,
power
well,
button and
I suppose it needs more time to charge.
all right.
I'll be fine. Ah dear, but yeah, no, I'm still not familiar with using technology, so it would be good if someone showed me how to something. Also, yeah, I'm still relatively interested in learning like natural magics. I know Yuhi has some. Like I've seen that she she's been able to like summon a crow or something,
Uh,
and that's like,
it's not the same thing.
So she's a conjurer then,
I
or a
mean,
A
summoner.
handful of people can
I don't
pull
know.
like their weapons or objects and summon it and create it out of thin
Yeah,
air or
no,
a pocket dimension. It's not.
yeah, no. I mean, like I've got one of the things for self-defense I was thinking of is just like, here we go. I think I've got a bamboo shoot here, so it's just like I use these for snags. But anything that's like really fast-growing spells, just instant staff, just like front,
Um,
and
Sounds like
then
alteration.
it's it's just growth. It's just really fast growth of a really fast-growing plant.
I think I can. Yeah, I might be able
So it's like
to think of something like that
that's.
that you can do.
I
Sure.
But
mean, that's just one
how do you
thing.
make the plant grow if it's in your bag? Isn't it dead? Aren't
No,
Well,
they like plant
no.
necromancy?
No,
usually
it's
I
not plant
would
necromancy.
have a seed or something and plant it in the ground, and then I could just apply the magic and it would
Yeah,
pop up and grow.
that's
Oh,
Kind of just
that's
having
the
it in your
thing with
hand
bamboo shoots.
almost
They are
wouldn't
sprouts.
wouldn't work.
oh, okay.
I would have a very. I'm not 100% on how bamboo grows, but I guess having some sort of
It's a grass.
like grass. So yeah, I guess you could just have a
Yeah,
handful of
it's
dirt
Okay.
with the bamboo in it
I
and just kind of like grow it from there. Maybe
it's so
not
weird.
even in the ground.
I'll need like
Has
bag
a
dirt or something. I just like grab grab a seed, grab some dirt, and then wabam staff.
Yeah, pretty
Maybe
much.
you might have.
Actually, that would be quite. I'd have to explain why I'd be carrying around some dirt in my bag all the time.
I mean, I
But
carry around dirt in my bag all the time. I mean, you don't have to like.
Don't you have like a jar it goes in? I mean, you could probably have the seed already in a jar in the dirt, so all you need to do is just grab the jar and then like, break the jar and the staff is in there.
I
yeah, but
guess it
I
doesn't
don't
need to be
know
that
how
specific.
expensive dolls are.
Couple of cents.
Not very expensive.
Okay, I think probably. I know. I think probably would be easier for me just to grab.
I mean,
If I
it
have
doesn't
like.
really need to be that specific, honestly. I mean, I don't. It doesn't need to
Yeah.
be that
I was
specific.
just saying that jar because, jars are kind of dirt cheap.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, I mean, there's
I
also like
mean,
what was it? There's
yeah.
my box of mini random surprises. The box of random turds. Yeah.
You have a
Yeah.
box of turds?
No, not turds. Although it wouldn't surprise me if I found one in there.
Yeah.
It's random turt. So it's okay. You know what? I'm going to see if I can get the box out from the ticket. So
Well,
because
I think I assume what you're talking about. They probably wouldn't let you get your item, but
I mean, did you see when I was showing it at the door like earlier on?
I only caught a
Or
glimpse of it. I'm sorry.
yeah, okay, so while shopping for a phone earlier on, I bought like a I bought a so it's a box. I bought like a box instead of what I thought was a phone. I instead bought a box, and you reach into it, and it pulls out something entirely random, somewhat useless,
He has a box of
and
many things.
kind of unnerving,
What
to
the
be
fuck?
perfectly honest.
Or
At
something
first,
like
I
that.
thought it was just like, oh, it was components for a phone, but then
Oh.
I pulled out like, what was it? A half-eaten Pop-Tart. I
Oh
think that's what
no.
they called it.
Don't tell someone about that
There
stuff
was
around here. Pop Tarts. But go
there's
on.
there was a mess of wires, a doll's head, and then they started reaching in deeper. They pulled out, what was it? A metal pipe.
Any
What
shrunken
was it?
heads?
A carrot. No, well, actually, similar vein. There was like a voodoo doll of a bear. I think
Now,
they called
watch
it
out for that
voodoo.
one.
There was, there was. I tried pulling, thinking of a phone because someone suggested think of what you want, and so I started pulling out. What was it? It looks like a tin can with some string attached to it, and the string runs deeper into the
Well, I'm
box.
not sure if you got a
I
box
tried
of
pulling
useless
that out.
things, but it's probably a good idea to keep a handle on it. See,
Yeah, so a box of many useless things, but it was just the string kept on going. We tried pulling it out. There was just more string. It just kept going. It was
string, it can be useful in certain situations. I mean, tie things up and depending upon the strength of the string and
okay.
how thick it is, but
Like,
you just gotta think.
oh yeah,
How can
there was
the
also hold
item
on.
be somewhat used in a
There's
situation?
okay. There's also I'm surprised I didn't stick this in, but there's this vial of black liquid that we pulled out from there, and I don't know what it is.
Well, this would be a good idea to find out. It could be poison for all we know, so just a good
I
idea to
mean,
figure it out. Do some,
do
do
you
some,
have any way of identifying it?
uh,
Could be a piece of
yeah,
someone.
I do have a way to identify it.
Okay. Um. Okay. Would you like to have a look at it?
Jeez. Not really.
Or
The thing kind of freaks me out, but
okay.
it'd
All
be
right.
more in a controlled
Yeah. Okay.
environment
That's
to test.
understandable.
I mean,
What if it's like a slime, just a black slime that's ready to eat you once you open up the jar?
That too, but I highly doubt it.
Oh,
I wouldn't think it would be that potent, but you're on the right track of possible things.
yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what else is in that box. It smells of spoilt milk, so
Uh, well, this is nice.
yeah, it's just a box full of random crap, and I've got no idea what to do with it.
Just keep it
People
with
have
you.
offered,
Just keep it with you.
yeah.
Sounds like it's kind of pulling it from someplace else around the world.
I mean, maybe
Possibly there are
spoiled milk.
certain dimensions that are just filled with people's lost random crap. So that's that possibly.
Oh,
Hmm.
you're gonna. I mean, it could be worse. It could be the box of the missing socks.
I would have gotten a sock,
The
but
realm of missing socks. Interesting.
Yeah, I was told that you don't put socks in the dryer because if you do, one will magically disappear. And the dryer has a dimension hole in it, and it just eats the sock.
I guess I'll just air dry it now, just in case.
Hair dry socks.
Yeah, you bet I will. I don't want to lose my
Okay.
socks.
I mean, yeah, I don't.
My
You've
socks.
already lost one?
No, not yet. I don't want to have it happen. They do sometimes get holes in them, but I guess that's mostly my fault.
Was that your
Yeah.
fault?
Yeah, I don't really wear socks.
I
mean,
I see.
yeah, I mean, also I think are sort of like thick holes in them. Like, they're not like, I mean, they don't really have like clippers or anything, so they're just like au natural.
You're fine. Probably just get some really strange armor if you ever into that. Probably just goes over the
Yeah,
top of the foot, sort of like a
yeah, I
covering.
don't
I don't
really
know.
intend on doing much by way of armor or something, because I really don't intend on getting much into fights. It's just I'm mildly curious or I'm mildly interested just for the sake of self-defense,
I
just if I'm
mean,
actually caught unawares.
that's still fine. I mean, I'm not really too akin to heavy armor. I mean, this is what I'm wearing right now is mostly it. This still counts.
Oh, right. Oh, I mean, yeah, I figures because, like, I don't think many mages actually wear, like, heavy armor. No, those are usually clerics, from what I've experienced.
It depends.
Yeah. Ah, dear.
But to each his own, really.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Just to let you guys know, we'll be closing down in about 10 minutes.
All right, thank you.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I might be heading out early now.
Um,
Getting super tired.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
fair.
with natural magic, I can teach you to have more of a natural type armor, like bark or maybe stone, as
I mean,
stuff like that.
dark skin. I mean, I have seen dark skin
I mean, it's
before.
really not as bad as you think. I mean, may look kind of brownish and
Yeah.
peel like
Yeah, but then
crazy, but
people mistake me for being a normal bear.
oh my god, that would be funny. Just not thought of that. But
Just
yeah,
accident. It's just disguise.
I mean,
You thought it was a tree, but
you
just
get good enough. You
it's
don't have
actually
to
a
have it
normal bear.
everywhere. I mean, kind of like
Be a bear
plates,
spy.
kind of like bark plating or something akin to however you want. Like even just a helmet or
I mean,
on your paws. It doesn't have to be the whole thing.
no, see, I think there's. I mean, part of me was thinking like there is something about shielding shielding magic that sort of appeals to me. So there's that.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I can't do magical
mm,
shields. I put like a stone shield or some sort of
yeah, no,
plant
I understand that.
wall,
That's,
like I don't do raw magical
I mean,
shields.
a plant wall is something that I'm also thinking of because
Or like
you
dirt,
just
like a
throw
wall of dirt,
the bamboo sprouts on the floor and then just there you go, it's a wall.
Yeah,
You
I
throw
do.
you
I
throw
do
some
that
dirt
stuff.
out your bag, and then suddenly they're in that bamboo cage.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
mean,
don't think I'm that good at throwing, to be perfectly honest.
well, you don't have to
And
be. You can
bamboo
have a
is
sling.
great.
Some nature casters in the past, they would have a sling or some sort of slingshot or something like that.
Hmm.
Or you just have like a giant dirt clod and they just kind of like launch it out with their magic, and that would still count, like a baseball,
Oh, sorry.
So just a ball of dirt.
a ball of dirt
Yes,
A ball of
with the
dirt.
seeds in it.
with seeds in it. Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
More specifically.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, imagine
I mean,
this.
really,
You have like a mud ball and you just like launch it at someone and then activate it and a
I'd
bunch of
say more of a dry
vines
ball.
would mud ball, dry ball, however they would work it, and a bunch of vines would pop out
Oh, I
and
see what you're
entangle
doing.
them. Yeah, and that would be really it.
Oh.
Just that simple.
yeah, I mean, to be perfectly honest, I really hope that stuff doesn't really break out at the Lotus Garden. I mean, the Lotus Garden does seem a lot safer than the
I
casino,
mean,
with apparently stuff going on outside the casino
yeah,
anyway.
no
I
shit.
mean,
I mean, we're kind of
if
dealing with
you're just
something.
making plants grow really fast, they shouldn't bite you in the rear.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But just,
I'm just stating how, like,
yeah,
us nature casters in the past, or natural magic users, used thought outside the
yeah,
box on how to use it more combat wise and
I mean, you
utility.
can also use it as a way to keep distance. You just have a bunch of thorns suddenly pop. You throw the dirt on the ground, and thorns are everywhere now. They can't walk on that without getting their feet penetrated by thorns.
True.
yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I also think bamboo because it can be quite utilitarian, just being like, oh, you need an emergency support, just bamboo pole. There you go.
Yeah, it's really
So,
strong and flexible. It's really good stuff.
so yeah, I don't intend on going into combat.
I mean, of
It's just
course
like
not.
having a few.
I understand. I mean,
I have a
but may
just
happen
having
sometimes.
something that would be quite helpful.
I don't think anyone really wants to go into fights.
I mean,
Like,
the church
I mean,
does.
yeah, the
I
church
mean,
does.
us
I mean, you. I thought the
common folk.
Aegis thing did that as well. Like,
I'm all
don't they usually
mercenaries.
get in fights?
We try to avoid fights, but we have the skills and other means to protect ourselves and others if it's necessary to fight. We're not
Hmm.
completely naive to not have such protection if a fight does occur. But we try to
Hmm.
avoid such things.
Okay. Well,
Uh-huh.
that's fair. Oh
I'll
dear.
probably be heading out since time's
Yeah,
almost up and
yeah, it
I'm
should be.
getting really tired.
I see.
Yeah.
Probably
No,
gonna be
that's fair.
closing in a couple of
It's
minutes.
yeah. No, it's yeah. Normally this would be like awake hours for me now. Wake up like what a few hours back or something. So ah.
Well, I've just been screwing up my sleep cycle, so I'm kind of tired and I'm trying to get it fixed.
Of course.
Hmm.
Take care. Hope to see you again.
Yeah.
Alright, you too. Take
Yeah.
care,
So it's
both
good
of you.
meeting you.
Good meeting you as well.
Hmm. So,
the entrances will get
Yeah.
your items back.
Of course.
Okay.
Thank you. I guess we're heading out.
See you all later.
Oh, wait, no, don't finish that.
See ya.
Later. Later, everyone.
Oh boy. Well, see you later, Shepard. Wish I could talk to you earlier.
Alright, I was trying to beat around the bush, but I guess I'll just say, can I stay with you?
What?
I'm freaking so alone.
Oh, that's all you guys.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
I don't know. Maybe you can show me your, I guess your tree or something.
If that's alright.
Hopefully you got your phone
yeah,
right.
sure, I can show. Yeah, I've got my phone, so yeah, I can show you whereabouts.
Well, okay, I'll just get her stuff.
What's my name? Yes.
I'll be leaving.
Alright. Other Shepard there. Are we supposed to be over there or over here? I don't know. Yep, here you go.
Can you get his ticket? He has a ticket.
Yeah, here you go, sorry.
Mm.
I'm telling that you did naughty.
Thank you. I'll just grab my stuff. Put it on me.
Um,
Alright, there you go. Sorry.
no,
Alright.
They're
Yes. Oh, I haven't seen you here. Is your name, Red? You just Red?
That's what they call me here.
Oh, okay. Well, see you later, Red. Thank you.
Find the parents, then we can say that you're just a child.
Sort of. This is step one. This lets me handle any holy object without burning my hands or without dying. I mean, I can go through the process fully, but this is just a temporary thing.
Hey, Michael.
When the fuck did we start doing that?
What,
that
you
must be a
guys?
different pantheon. Never mind. Normally,
I mean,
No, it's fine. I'm sure that that religion that is turning you into an angel works differently. Normally, what we would do is, if a human is worthy of being an angel, sort of, we turn them into an Azamar. They gain wings and holy abilities on par of, not on par, but like us. Instead of having to pray to said god, of religion, they would just be able to cast it on a divine level.
I know an Asmar.
But in your case, you seem to be going from demon to angel, which I guess is possible in the right circumstances.
It's probably going to take a long time to go from one end of the spectrum all the way over to the other.
Yeah, most likely.
Well, before this, before demon, I was an angel. I just hell broke, or not hell, but heaven broke loose, and there was a lot of negative angels, and I was told by God to slaughter them all. Only about 500,000 were slaughtered. And then my pantheon.
That's not a
I see.
Yeah, exactly. That's as much as God made. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No. Okay, anyways.
That's how much
I've come out here and I ended up joining the conversation, but I was actually supposed to tell you all to go home.
We get the hints. All right. Well, time to go.
Go home.
Alright.
Yeah, before the fucking thing show up.
Going home?
No, I'm actually
wow, it
not.
is the famous. Oh.
I'm actually going with him, so I'm not going back to the resort
oh my
yet.
word, is it the famous Cata? It's got a panda?
What?
Yes.
He's a friend.
You never offered me to come round. What's wrong with that?
Because I don't want you.
So far, all you
He's not going. He's not going.
up to me and then ask if I had a soul.
Some have like teleportation magic, so I can get out of here faster from that guy. Like someone. Fuck it, I'll do it myself.
I'm not gonna do it because he'll grass on me. Wouldn't you? You'd tell me, wouldn't you? If I knocked him off the edge, you'd say, Just say
Yeah, I'd rather he
bye.
didn't.
I mean, I wouldn't know why you would do
I'd rather
that.
he
That's
Bye.
didn't.
that's
I can
mean.
touch them all I
That's
want.
mean.
So can my wife.
That's mean.
I'll
Okay,
do it
yeah.
because it's
I
funny.
will crack the
Where are you going
secret. I'll
anyways?
figure out how to use them.
Funny.
Going home?
It's not. It's. Don't worry about it. Nah. Don't worry about it. We'll just go.
Alright.
Don't don't
Alright, yeah.
don't worry about it.
You gonna take a portal away? Easy.
No, we're gonna
Okay, you know what?
probably like yeah, we're probably gonna do a portal.
Yeah. Okay.
Easy.
I guess
You
easy.
really
I
don't know
don't.
how you don't know how to flip and work those things out?
The what?
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
I know how to use portals. I've been doing it for 4 years.
How you know? Four?
Yeah. No,
Four?
I don't
Oh,
know
I'm
how to use
sorry.
portals.
I'm not.
I've
Four?
just been walking.
I think it's pretty good compared to most people.
I mean, you're not wrong. Like, I've opened up a portal before, and it's taking, it was, I actually know, it was actually, I, it was sort of like an invention. It basically sucks people into it.
Are you
It's like,
fucking kidding
it's like
me?
a vacuum.
Actually, I think we're the only ones here.
Excuse me?
So yeah, let's hit the R button. Jesus, Edward, you're funny.
What do you mean?
Okay, so, are we out of character now?
Yeah, we're out of character. That's this box.
Okay, right.
I don't know. We can do whatever you want. You could just
Okay,
go
so,
home. I don't know.
yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, no, it's just like, I know
I mean, if you're
the
busy,
thing
because
because, well,
actually, snap. Hold
I
on. We
mean,
can talk more
it's not so
OOC
much
about
that
what
like,
type of magic you
for traveling.
I see, yeah. But with that said, things are obviously change when you be put into a different setting in a different realm in a different metaverse, we call it. So the
Yeah,
rules
no, I
may
know
be a bit
because
increased. Because, like,
I
imagine
have
someone
been to
just,
many different metaverses.
this is going to be
Is what
crazy on
I'm going
magic.
with. I mean, I know I'm familiar because like the general metaverses that I've been to is that I've been to a few D&D metaverses. I've been to a Starbound metaverse. I've been to what else? I think what was it? I even decided just last minute to go into a post-night metaverse. And I decided to do that very recently.
This is a kind of a strange one. It's kind of like a melting pot. So it's like,
Yeah,
from what
exactly.
I generally think, it's like there's a spectrum of either technology heavy or magical heavy, and then magitech in
Uh,
between sort of deal.
so the general idea is that I want to focus on being just someone who's well seasoned, seen a lot of places, and only has like a handful of reliable spells because
I mean, I
I
have
don't
over
really have much
100,
time and dedication.
and like this guy over
Yeah, but
here, he's 200-year-old high elf with God knows
mhm.
what, so it's like, yeah, you could do whatever you want, in terms of what we can teach you, so that it's,
Because
yeah,
it is so all intents and purposes, it's like the equivalent of learning just summon staff and shillelagh.
I
That's
mean, sure,
effectively
I know shillelagh,
Summoning a staff,
shillelagh,
summoning weaponry doesn't is not always a thing of like using magic as well. You can
yeah.
still cast magic without using. You can fight, you can protect, you can do anything without the use of equipment.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, which is why
Weapons themselves, they could, in a way, help boost. Because some things are weapon boosters and shits, like magical boosts and
yeah,
shenanigans. Oh
but
yeah, this one basically helps with me with my little power, perhaps, or suppresses magic or some shit. I don't know.
no, it's just
But
like my general idea is specifically I carry bamboo shoots with me. It's just like, oh look, I've got a bamboo. Now it's
Yeah,
a
we can do
staff.
stuff with bamboos, like, there'd be no problem.
I have a theme to stick to, basically.
It's fine. I can help.
So,
I
and
can I can work with that.
I mean, my general theme is more lightweight, sort of like hedge magic or just generally things that are convenient to know on the road. Like it's more on the road magic than anything.
Hmm.
Being that I really wouldn't have any way of having any infrastructure or anything, so it's more just um mastering a few spells that would just be convenient if I'm just constantly walking a lot. I just
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. Kind of stuff like that is kind of useless because the way
I mean,
things, the way roleplay
but the
kind of
thing is,
works. I mean, unless you have
I
like a
mean,
legitimate speed spell that like makes you faster, doing like long strider doesn't mean anything. Like, what's plus 10 speed that you can say someone, hey, I'm a little bit faster because of this spell, so I can go farther than you normally? Like, it's
teleports behind you, nothing personal, kid. No, it's
so like
genuinely just role.
certain D&D spells just don't work
No,
in
I
terms
know,
of
but
like Long
Long
Strider
Strider's more
doesn't
just the
doesn't work
general
either.
role play
I
thing.
I
It's
tried
more
it.
just like think of it like
I tried it for a whole year. It
think
didn't
of
work.
okay, so think of it like the Long Strider ability is more like a racial ability that is generally. So think of it like I get what plus +2 to con, +1 to whiz, and your you can cast Longstrider once a day. It uses your Wisdom modifier as your spell casting ability. That sort of thing.
I see what you mean, but what's that going to mean to someone when you're fighting a giant robot?
Okay,
Like,
okay,
we
okay.
don't
For me,
when it's
if I'm
a lot
fighting
of
a
the
giant
spells and
robot, I'm
abilities
probably going
are
to
more
bottle it.
active. A lot of things are a lot more active in this.
No, my character concept is being more of a passive character. It's not actively going out and punching dudes. It
I
is
mean,
just along the
I
lines
see
of,
what you mean. You could be like, hey, I heal someone or boost them to make them faster
yeah,
or stuff like that. But
it is just mainly
generally,
the idea of these are things I picked up along the way. Like I'm I've been seasoned by traveling, sort of thing. It's like
that's a bit
miscellaneous knowledge.
difficult. I mean, when it comes to magic in this metaverse, you can't just like, pick it up and just be like, hey, I know this spell now. I'm going to the next
Oh,
person. Hey,
I
it's
know,
been
I
2 days. You
definitely.
teach me this spell, and people have a specialization mostly, and more of a I do fire magic and I can do all this types of fire magic, or I have ice and I can do all
So
this type of ice stuff.
yeah, which is why I'm going for the natural world sort of theme,
So that to
because
be more of a
I'm
theme, sort of like kind of like me. But I had to modify
yeah
myself over the course of a year and a half to have people more understand it and be more active instead of passive on certain spells and abilities. Because generally it
yeah
just
no
either
I mean,
didn't do anything or people would just like it just didn't really mean anything.
which is kind of why I'm also thinking being an alchemist as well, being just that's less learning magic straight up and more just based around herb lore. Maybe a bit more magic, but it's just that sort of thing.
Yeah,
To be honest,
herbalism.
through alchemy, herbalism, it realistically all that requires you is just practically studying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because like it's basically a lot of concentration studying for it, and then coming out and just like here goes my herb bag or something, you know.
yeah, no, I know, I understand that because like when in actual LARP you have to sort of role play learning that sort of thing. So yeah, no, I understand that I'm just sort of along the lines of, is this something I can do in downtime, or is this something that I actually need to actively RP out?
Well, don't
Generally,
worry, I
generally it's kind of both, really. Especially when it comes to learning magic almost from scratch or learning a particular thing, because the metaverse has let's just call it some small rules on how magic generally works. As much people would hate to admit it,
Yeah, because I've not seen any rules at all. So
because if you don't know what you're
it's just
talking
like,
about, people are going to think you're a complete idiot and crazy when it comes to magic. Especially like you can't really just like kind of pull it out of your ass and say this is how it works because I say this is how it works kind of
no,
deal.
which is why I am sticking to very limited spells. That is the whole idea. That is the whole concept. Is that
well, I mean,
probably
you
Even then,
can come up with like you can have an array of spells. It's just some people they just say, oh yeah, like my character can just pull this out, out of
yeah,
thin air
no,
it has to
without
have
any
a
actual
more
general
specific
description
source. So
for it.
yeah, your source can be nature. So yeah, that just the general
yeah,
basis of
it
it.
is literally just the idea is that
It's
I'm
that
just
simple.
think of it like what's it CR one quarter bear with the magic initiate feat.
Yeah. But generally, a lot of
It's
passive
that.
things that I'm saying, just people don't know, and it's kind of
Oh yeah,
useless.
but that's the thing. I'm not actively planning on going into battle. I'm just
I
thinking,
mean,
oh hey,
no
these are
one
nice
does. If
role
you're
play things.
like, I'm gonna tell you this like right now. If you're gonna be working on Purple Lotus, there's a like 99% chance you're gonna run into a battle.
Yep,
Yeah, what, even at the garden?
Yes,
possibly.
I mean, the garden so far has seemed relatively peaceful.
because
Um,
only Yuhi
I mean,
generally runs it. So if they start, that's only a temporary place. So once they actually get their map, it opens up a whole world of what they can do.
okay, right. So Yeah, because that would be. I mean, I'd be
The
more
Purple
interested about it, but
Lotus
like,
is like it's not just a place you just like talk and do your thing, of course, but it's an active role play scene. Sachi's doing his RP, Yuhi's doing his thing. So if they're doing their RP and a bunch of fucking robots come out of nowhere and attacks, that's what they want to happen. So
Like with the
that's
current,
yeah,
the current RP that's going on with the Lotus is that they're always consistently under attack by a church, and this church itself will kill anything. Pretty much, it'll kill my character. It could kill all of our characters pretty much because
well, yeah, because
they
we're not human. We're all
exactly,
not human.
exactly.
well, yeah. My organization has already fought against them a
Remove his
handful of
ears,
times.
remove these ears, and then it'll pass.
So like
What were you saying
generally,
before?
it's an active RP scene. So you gotta sort of be
Yeah,
ready
and
for
I think
anything, but at the same time,
that is.
you don't have to fight if you don't want to. You
Yeah,
could hide in a corner. No one's probably
no,
gonna think
I
you're a
know. It's
wussy,
just
but
like,
that's what you want to
well,
do.
yes, that is kind of my character concept, being that he's a traveler who's ended up here for today, and he didn't know how long he's going to be here. It's sort of like a more non-committal kind of character
Yeah,
because
yeah, that's fine.
the whole thing with Purple Lotus
I'm
that
just telling you how the Purple
got me
Lotus
interested
roleplay
in the first.
is. I'm just telling you what's gonna
Yeah,
happen there. I mean,
it is. I think that's just generally the thing, being
I
that
mean,
it's
people
along the
died.
lines of
People who died there
oh,
who worked. I mean, their roleplay is
I
Oh yeah,
extremely.
if they died. Like
Eh,
Purple Lotus, they kill their characters. They fucking kill their characters.
Purple Lotus roleplay is really hardcore. Like little known fact, as much as they don't perceive it to be.
I've killed off like many of my characters so far.
I mean, yeah.
Trying to go for a track record. Probably not gonna kill this character off anytime soon. But if it happens, it happens.
I
I
mean,
want
it's
to
a
kill
really
off them
good
early.
model too. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of
Like
forgot how many people in Peel actually died besides Smaller and Sachi. There was a handful before that whole incident too.
Seth died.
There was
Seth
this
against
other
Persia.
girl with just like some sort of mouth covering and an eyepiece or something. There was a
I
robot
can't remember.
person who used to work there. There was a
A
handful of
lot,
people.
legitimately, there's a lot of people in the RP have actually killed their characters.
I'm not trying to freak you out. I'm
It's
just saying,
sad.
like, Purple Lotus
It's sad
roleplay
as
is
it is. It
very
happens.
hardcore.
It is. It's exactly the same with Aegis as well. Because a lot of people die in those as well. Any missions that go on, you have a chance to die.
Yeah,
mm,
that's the big role on it. I mean, I almost died actually. Only reason why I didn't because well, Oblivious kind of said that the RP was scuffed. Let's just say that. I mean, I got the bubonic plague. I had my arm broken and something else. Oh yeah, complete mana exhaustion, all comboed into one. But scuffed RP,
sounds
best
Mana,
RP, and I didn't
mana
die.
exhaustion is the worst though. Oh yeah, that reminds me, by the way, Panda. Like fucking, if you're using, like, as you say, if you're using magic and everything, I mean, because you're very, like, you're going to be starting off learning the basics of, obviously for it, you'll be probably using a lot of mana as well, because you won't exactly understand how to control your ability, so you might become a little bit more exhausted
It really
when
depends.
using
well,
it.
I mean, yeah, no,
You're
look,
using
I'm familiar
cantrips.
on how
Nobody
to act
cares.
exhausted. Yeah,
It's
Basics. Oh, don't fucking drag fucking cantrips into this. You can still
look,
use them. It still uses mana.
it does, but it's like
Like fireball, firebolts, fire. Oh, mana.
I use a quickened fireball and then twinned firebolt. Yeah, CBB,
oh my.
scorching ray,
Olivia.
third level.
No.
I've only seen like
No,
3 people ever use meta magic, and that includes me.
what you mean
Wait,
in
what?
VR? in VR chat RP or just in actual D&D?
VR chat roleplay, because meta magic is
Wait,
extremely rare.
What? Oh, it's in meta magic.
So like when you twin a
Can't be turning
fireball, or like cast 2 fireballs at the same time, or you know, like maximize it and stuff like that.
I can always bring him back. I can always bring back my war mage days.
Fuck your war mage.
Aww.
I'm just saying you're probably gonna fight. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as the latest garden then actually gets its own location, locale.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
okay.
It's not that can't be that far away. I mean, there's nothing really stopping them from having one of those golems walk in and start wreaking havoc. At least at the entrance.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I think probably I'd be aiming at sort of like alchemists with magic.
Don't worry about it, man.
I mean, do what you want.
You can hold back. You can protect my fucking character if you really want to. You can protect my fucking little fucking child character.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, it's fine. We can learn what you want. We could turn you into Kung Fu Panda for all you want. I mean, we know all types of magic.
Yeah, I don't want to be
I want to see it so fucking bad. I want that hat on you. Sorry. I want the fucking I want the Japanese hat on. With the wicker hat. Oh my goodness.
Japanese?
It's Chinese.
Well,
Come
it's
on.
Chinese,
yeah,
yes.
Fuck, man.
I don't know.
I
don't know that shit.
It, straw hat or something?
Yeah, that shit. It'd be so dope.
It's a kind of straw hat, but it's not exactly a straw hat. It's like a wooden
cone hat
version.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen one in real life.
It's reed, isn't it?
It's kind of just to keep the rain off.
I've seen a few.
I forgot what the actual name for it's actually called. I used to have one on my I actually am creating a monk character because I'm trying to recreate it from my flipping chef.
Wait a minute, you had that? Were you the chicken person? Isn't that already a monk?
Oh yeah, the chicken monk character.
I was legitimately going to try to find you, but like you played it only a handful of times when I saw you. Because I want to learn some monk shit.
You want to learn some monk shit?
I want to learn how to use key. We could teach you how to use key. Cata knows how to use key.
Hi, I'm Douglas.
Yes.
I'm a monk.
It was actually the first fucking... No, that was legitimately the first fucking animal character I brought.
May not be the strongest people, but we have a lot of cool shit we can do.
I still can't believe this. I find it's much better now from how it was.
Hey, I took your suggestion. Just shut the hell up already.
You made it better.
I did because I listened to you. So I don't know what you're going on about now. This is my ice armor.
You made some.
I make ice armor. Yeah.
Hi,
I got swords.
I'm Douglas.
Ice swords.
I'm a monk.
Die.
Oh dear.
Frozen chicken.
What time is it?
Yeah, it's probably getting pretty late for you. Probably you guys are both in the UK, right?
It's 10 a.m. Yeah, it's 10 a.m.
Oh, what's that, Panda? You want to give a chess?
No.
I updated the score sheet. You're almost there, by the way. You need 4 more wins and you catch up to me.
Oh, okay, that's nice to know. Especially after that losing streak.
Actually, no, I haven't added it onto the board yet because I actually update the board and everything along with the notepad.
Mhm.
And as soon as I've updated it into the world, I delete everything on the notepad. Like, we're in the 30s range for how many games we played against each other.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, honestly...
It's actually pretty sad.
Look, I'm sorry, Rez, but your chess games has become majority of my stream content. Not gonna lie.
Okay. Alright, everyone listen. Okay. How about this? I'll teach you your natural magic and how to grow like plants and stuff and your bamboo, and you be a monk.
Yeah, you gotta be a monk. You have to be a monk.
It
You have
has to happen. I'm
You
sorry.
have to.
You got the
Why do I
bamboo
have to be a
staff
monk?
stick. You already got the bases.
I want to be a ranger. Why do I have to be a monk?
You could be a monk ranger. There's
Would
such
you?
thing.
Hang on. What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? Monks are amazing in combat situations.
Honestly,
No, I
there
know
there
that.
are
I've
two
played a
things.
few, but the thing is that
I know they're
I've
probably one of
never
the
been
worst classes.
massively inspired by them because I mean,
Don't worry. I'll get Douglas to teach you how to meditate.
Hi,
no,
I'm
no,
Douglas.
They can heal
no,
themselves by
The
like
thing is,
meditating and stuff. Like,
yeah, no. I've generally played. What was it? I played. What was it? I played. A Kensei monk, which was that was my cowboy character. He had like a hand crossbow, and he had a cheesy American accent.
oh my.
And then what was my
I feel
actual
like you'll
Pandaren?
enjoy it. You'll
My
enjoy it, man.
Pandaren was a drunken master, but the thing is that drunken master, the drunken master monk was only really there for a what 1v1 very heavy combat sort of thing,
Legit,
and so
this
I
is why
really
this is why I'm recreating my monk from Warcraft because I am so roaming around with a fucking keg on my back.
Well,
I'm bringing in a keg.
as I said, I don't know like that expansion. So like how the Pandarian monk thing worked, but you can turn into
I'm
a
having
VR
a
chat
keg,
monk.
man. It's happening. I can walk
So you
around.
got the staff.
I can.
You could have
I
the
bet
hat,
you I
the
can get into
armor. Oh
foreplay.
my
I bet
god.
I can get into Purple Lotus with a keg. I bet you I'll be able to get in there.
I mean, you know what's funny? Like,
And
you
there's
know, Mara's half orc. She has a hammer that has a keg on it.
oh yeah, the ham on the keg. Take hammer.
When it hits you, you're drunk. It's awesome.
Really?
That's her D&D character. I'm not even joking. That's what it does. Yes.
It's actually fucking amazing. What the hell?
That shit can fuck
No,
anyone
I'm
up.
just gonna. No, I just want to. I just want to basically have a keg. So they basically pours himself a drink. Comes and it's like, you want a drink? Drink up. Oh, I don't want to smash people over the head.
okay.
Okay.
No, last time I did that, I died immediately.
What do you mean you died?
Okay, no, seriously, it was I think it was this was the D&D campaign was like Ice Crown Citadel, and you know I think there was like
Why is World of
some
Warcraft in it?
yeah it was like the DM wanted to but yeah, so what was it there was a character who was inspired. It was like a hag from the Shadowlands or something.
Oh yeah,
And they made
those are
what was it?
killers. Those hags. Oof.
There was and they made like the poison that killed undead or something. And then she challenged me to drink some, and she then drank some herself. She got a nat 20, and so the DM said that she took no damage at all. I sipped a bit, took 50 damage, and I said to her, if I die, you're gonna fucking res me. Drink. Immediate 200 damage. Immediately died on the spot.
I also have another idea. Okay, so your
Yes.
magical source can be like a monk, so that would be like inner magic or key. So we can work with key at the least. Because key
Probably trying to know something, by the way. You need to You need to actually unlock key though as well.
I know how to unlock his key.
But then it takes more time as well, though. But then at the same time, monks also do carry around magic in order to learn some abilities that
I
they
know.
actually use.
I know. Like key is like inner magic, and instead of like you using like magic on the outside and stuff, I guess from what I can from what I read
Are we
over.
teaching? Hang on. Are you teaching the key for him to become a monk, like basically a kung fu panda, and then
Not
teach him how to
really.
use magic?
I'm not gonna do that specifically anymore.
I'm sorry, am I going to become a Four Elements monk?
I don't know. I mean, what
Yeah,
type
sure,
of
why
monk do
not?
you want? I mean, I thought you wanted to be more like
there's
a nature monk
okay,
or
legit.
something.
There's actually no. There's actually 3 versions to an actual
I've only
monk.
seen
You
one.
basically have the medicines. There's medicines.
Oh,
So
that could work.
basically, it's basically Porter and Messer and like alchemy based monk. There is, and also they learned in like defensive combat as well in order to basically apprehend your flipping opponent.
These are the Warcraft ones, are they?
This is actually based on Warcraft because they actually do make actual sense and in a natural environment as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you got your healing version. It actually includes into where he wants to like be a herb lord.
Well, I'm talking more like
alchemy.
the D&D monks. I only know way of the open hand. And that's all I read about so far.
But then the other one, the other two, the other two is basically focusing in like more or less defensing, fucking being a hardcore bastard. That's obviously the tank shit. And then you've got your fucking, obviously your hand-to-hand combat shit where you want to basically beat the shit out of everyone. But obviously you're not very violent yourself. It's just people want to be a dick to you and you just want, I'm gonna beat you up, beat you up. Stuff.
Mm. So yeah,
I recommend the healing
but
one.
Still, monks are supposed to be very calm and centered, unless you want to be that other monk that's the complete opposite. But it's all you,
No, I think.
Well, this is why I'm building up my my actual monk character, because at the same time he's a chef as well.
Because
he's very calm and relaxed. He's cooking.
Honestly, the magical sort of source would be key instead of like arcane or not maybe super nature based like me, like a druid or like a paladin sort. But if you do key, because key has key points, so you could be like 1 key point, 2 key point, 3 key points. It's for like your bigger attacks. So that can work with your bigger attacks.
I think
I've only seen some of it.
Being like something, magic swords, something.
Yeah, they're basically all wizards.
Beat up all the people who bullied you as a kid, something.
There's 2 characters in there. There's like the main character and one of the other people. They both use key.
He uses key?
Use the key in sort of like a magic.
Oh,
yeah,
wait a minute. Just like the Black Bulls leader, something like that.
Yeah, he uses key and
but
uses key.
He's basically from Japan, that he got washed up on shore or something like that. But yeah, I see what you mean.
And you can basically try and fit, but they use the key in order for senses and in order to like sense whether like how strong they are.
I mean, I can still teach him that.
They don't use... Yeah. But
monks can size you up. They can size you up to see how strong you are.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, it's basically I've seen like if it's like a dangerous opponent, if you're going against somebody who looks like a wimpy kid, but can actually kill you, you can use key and you can like just say, yeah, I'm gonna fuck out of it. Despite what they are, I'm just gonna get the fuck out of it because they could be stronger than they could kill you.
Yeah. It's just like,
No, I know what it is. It's not. You're not talking about ki. You're talking about chi.
No, I'm talking about ki. K-I.
No.
Chi is Japanese. Chi is more Chinese, but like in D&D, it's ki, K-I. So that's what I go with. I know chi.
Ki is used for basically sensing. Chi is used for actual combat stuff.
I mean, it's interchangeable depending upon location. Ki is Japanese. Chi is Chinese. It's literally the same thing, but just spelled differently. I guess it's just some slight sort of like origins, but still.
I'm gonna have a look.
There was that circus girl who just ran up to like benders and then just pokes them under the armpit and then they
the chi blockers. Yeah, monks also do that. There's 2 things in character that Cata is deathly afraid of. He's deathly afraid of monks because if someone's using magic on you and you use that special palm technique, their magic is completely cut off and they're fucked. And bards, because fuck bards.
So you want to play Bard, charismatic, ecstatic,
I will turn around and run so fucking
super
fast.
diaphragmatic. You've been magical since birth.
Because like you can even use range
Give your
techniques as
friends
a monk.
sense of
You can do like a
self-worth.
giant force palm technique and just knock people on their asses. I mean, all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, just generally the actual magical ability is, I would say, would be limited to very simple plant growth. So I can just have like, hey, bamboo, bop, and then probably would be more focusing around doing more healy sort of stuff like having potions and all that.
Yeah.
Potions, alchemy. It is more along the lines of being a support character than a main.
It'd be like somebody's paralyzed. Oh, okay. Boom, boom, boom. Pressure points, and then it heals your paralysis.
I did kind of already do that at the casino today.
It's so
like,
awesome.
There was like, does anyone have any smelling salts? Yeah, I've got a bunch of herbs. Yeah, what's up? And then I got dragged outside, and then there was like this dude who has like a magical drink that he rolls a D100, and then he drinks and gets a random effect.
Oh, cool.
I think he got like demon dogs or something.
Oh boy, I never heard that name in a while.
Yep. Okay, where is that from?
It's a mercenary group.
No, yeah, but it's called demon dogs because it's like, what was it, fear juice or something?
Yeah, it just makes you see your worst fear.
Pleasant. So,
yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's like, yeah, I just shoved some herbs under his noses, and then there you go. He was all right.
You can be like a, still be like a brewmaster. So yeah.
Yeah, but
there you go. I'll send you a link. Well, I'll send you a little picture.
1% chance of dying. It must be one hell of a drink.
Yeah, it's been around on VRC roleplay for a long time, and it's potent stuff.
What's
See,
the
chi,
random
comma,
peg?
q, key or key, yeah. It's all the same. Well, it's spelled differently. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it harnesses the energy.
I know, harnesses your inner energy.
Yeah, your inner. Yeah.
Which is magic.
I know that. It's because
It's literally it's still magic. I know it's not exactly magic.
No, but I mean it can be. It can be, but it's not entirely. If you want to cast an actual spell, you have to use mana.
Yes.
It's like a different variation. It's like a different version to it. You have to do a different style in order to learn it.
I know that. Like, still monks can still cast spells, but they use their chi. They're still spellcasting monks. I mean, they have their own specific monk spells, like Way of the Four Elements and all that.
Oh my god!
So you would do like a fiery hand. Yeah, you'd be like, oh, there's a monk, and they use their chi, and they could have like a fire hand, like a fire punch. And they still use their chi in order to get the fire effect.
I still think he will need to learn magic either way.
I mean, I do.
Well, I want his magic to be chi. It'll be so dope.
No, yeah, but if he learns two variations to it, he could basically go into two different aspects of it. He could use chi and he could use mana at the same time.
No, he could just use ki. He can still use ki.
He can use it.
Whatever, he could use chi.
Builds up the energy in order to like a stronger punch, and then use mana itself to basically enhance the punch, and use like he could use.
He can still use chi to do the same thing. He can still use chi to do literally all of that.
Your nature magic out of it.
He can use his chi, get a seed in his hand, put his chi into the seed, and still grow.
Oh yeah, definitely
his bamboo staff.
For this type of stuff now.
Oh my god. You're like, you don't need two types. You can literally use chi just for like literally all of it. It's really not that big a deal. Like, he doesn't need to have two types of magic. He's not going to be able to grasp that. It'll be too confusing.
I mean, does alchemy count as a separate type of magic, or?
Alchemy's not magic.
No. You can put your magic in alchemy. I mean, increases potency.
You can put magic into. Well, you can do that, but on like an actual term itself, you don't really need to, as long as you're following actual instructions.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Correctly, point to point, you won't need to. I actually have a character who is actually, Jonathan. He's fluent in alchemy. Actually, that's what John is my doctor character.
Yeah, no,
it's what got this character into doing alchemy.
Okay, I actually know that you know Sly, Rez.
Yes.
You actually missed that she also joined the Purple Lotus on Friday.
Did she?
Yeah, and so she
turned
up as like, yeah, she's actually what she's.
Is it your girlfriend?
No, she's no. Look, honestly, if she was single, then maybe I'd try. But you know what? No.
Single, ready to mingle. Hugh.
No.
So yeah, there's still.
We do plan on going LARPing together. Look, basically, either way, daughter of a baker, and she does herb law and hexes.
Like a brewmaster, no big deal.
So,
still work with it.
Yeah, but so the thing is like I think she's going for a more witchy aesthetic because she's actually an IRL Wiccan. So.
Oh my god, we should tag team stuff. We should do like those things we just like, we have our own secret code of like handshake and everything. But it's like it goes like pa 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 pa. Hey, whoa, easy cowboy, easy. What the fuck?
No.
Also, I do kind of want my shoulder-mounted spellcaster. That would be quite nice.
You can still use chi. It's like chi is like life energy. From what I read, right? Like life energy magic thingy combo. It can still work.
What it is.
Yeah.
just,
Positive and negative energy, a balance energy of life itself. That's what it says. But still, like D&D key is like it's still basically magic, but more inside you, like life magic energy sort of stuff. Yeah.
So it's energy of self. I mean, that is generally the thing, is that the pandas, the original race, does have just some form of supernatural ability to just walk great distances.
Yeah, we can teach you paralyzing palm and I'm just kidding, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just like there's more mysticism to it. There is some mysticism to the original culture. It's just that
there's something that you're gonna like. You're definitely your character's gonna need to learn is actual pressure points. Like every actual pressure point there is.
I mean, maybe, but it's like if I'm like a big bulky panda and I've got a bamboo stick and I just bap.
Well, at the same time. Yeah, but at the same time, somebody could also have a concurrent like mana within like a bubble around them, a shield around their person, especially if you're going against a wizard.
You can find the weak point in the bubble and just apply your key to it, and boom, they can still do that.
Well, even if so, in my general direction, if anyone came up towards me and even raised a fucking staff, I'm blasting the fuck out of them. I'm like, fuck that shit, get away from me, bitch.
I mean, monks can still block range attacks. That's one of their abilities too.
That is kind of the idea as well, is that it's supposed to be like, oh, I've got a seed in my hand and then staff app. It's supposed to be like a surprise.
That's why I took the route in the battle mage stage.
Honestly, you're not going to be able to probably grow that fast to have it as a surprise. Like it's like instantly just like boom, staff hit someone in the head. There's a delay when you cast an attack. Generally.
See, that was also one of the things about bamboo that I was hoping to get away with.
No, it's still. I know it's a fast-growing plant, but it still applies to normal growing speed when using a magical spell to grow it. Just because it's a
Yeah,
different
okay,
type
fair
of
enough.
plant doesn't necessarily mean that you can make it grow faster. I can teach you to grow something faster. That's almost like an increased modification of your magic. Because I already found that out how to do that in character. They're applying a bit of light magic to it as well to increase the potency.
I was gonna say another direct thing for it is my character can tell, like, you know, can obviously tell when you're actually casting an ability or something if you're using magic as well.
So if you use key, it's going to be like, what the fuck is that?
A teacher.
Mm.
I mean, he knows like he generally knows on what the basis is. He hasn't learned it himself. There's no point for him to learn it himself. But this is what I got this for, you know.
Oh shit.
You directly hit him, he'll just do that, and then he'll just basically just draw out his weapon.
I mean, if you're using what I think you are, magic weapons hit that misty stuff.
He's not using a magic weapon.
I mean, your misty stuff. I'm using a magic weapon. Your misty disappearance thing.
He emits. Yeah, he emits it. He admits it, but it basically he's around in the location. He's not directly. You know, you can hit the mist itself. It's not actually hitting him.
I mean, that's really similar to a specific D&D spell. Yeah, that's gaseous form. It's very similar to that. Which this only has a resistance against non-magical stuff.
Except it wasn't gas, it was bees.
Yeah, but this particular spell, actually, magic weapons don't have a disadvantage in hitting you in it. So, like, you know, I could just probably just like, pow, shoot you with my magical gun. It's a magic gun. Magic gun.
This is raw magic. This is why I love raw magic.
Raw magic is stupid. It's all about elements.
We went to Sachi about it.
I know. Shut up. It's just different. It's different. It's different. I know. I mean, you can also still hit people's pressure points with a staff. You just be like, there's a pressure point. You're fucked.
If you can catch somebody off guard with it.
Be like,
is that mostly is like
pressure point.
Edward himself, even in like he's dealt with people before. I've legitimately done RP against fighting people who were role playing as monks as well.
Fucking hate monks.
They made it so obvious. They made it super fucking obvious. Dude, I went against a fucking dwarf monk.
Oh, those are cool.
Dude,
they're tanky.
They're fucking hardcore as hell, man.
I know,
like they're punches. Oh no. Okay, the worst one to go against in World of Warcraft is a shaman dwarf. Because at the same time, dwarfs themselves are severely bulky. So, and they're extremely strong as well. So if you try and punch them, at the same time of using flipping shaman abilities, they can just grab you and break your flipping arm in a second. Somebody did that. Everyone hated their fucking character. One guy completely got purged from an entire flipping server because they were role-playing so fucking well. And they were adding in all the fucking loopholes to it. They just wanted him out. He was a really good role player. It was so fucking deadly, so pinpoint on the actual dot for it. He would actually kill your character in an entire motive. They knew about all the pressure point systems. They knew about everything, the back of the heel as well. They were actually going around as a group, and they're worse than the fucking Lionhearts.
Well, oh snap. Yeah, monks are pretty good in fighting the monks are pretty good at fighting the weak points. I mean, in your armor. Oh god. I mean, don't monks have certain attacks that they can ignore your armor, which is even worse? Oh my goodness.
Some occasions, yes.
I was like, I remember that.
And the Leonhards are basically the people who help set up the casino.
Okay, so they're the mafia.
Yes.
Yeah, they are the legitimate mafia.
No, I mean, I did actually go on to, like, I have been on VR Chat's Legends before. It was mostly there saying, oh, wait, hold on, why are some streamers not on here? And then I realised, oh, it's all RP shit. Interesting.
Actually, no, they're wrong. There is actually some streamers up on there.
I mean,
yeah, no, I've seen like Lolathon and Pudpud.
Yeah,
but
pretty much anyone can
but
write their
Matty
stuff on
isn't on
there.
there.
Who's on VR chat?
Oh wait, Cata, have you got yours up on there yet?
You bet your ass I do.
Dude,
So,
man, I'm
do you
working on
make
it. I'm
your
still
own,
working
then?
on mine. I don't know how I'm
Bro,
working on it.
I
I'm
wrote
working on it.
mine half. I wrote half of mine. And someone else wrote mine, so it's like I update mine.
Oh, who wrote yours?
I don't know, whoever wrote Oblivious is and everyone else is an Aegis, so they just did that.
Oh, okay.
I just update
Yeah,
mine
I mean,
eventually.
I don't know if I should be. I mean, it kind of feels weird if I wanted to make my own because I thought it's like, oh,
It's
it's
not
all
weird.
fan made.
Well, people make their
Well,
own
no,
all
it's
the
not. It's
time.
not. Yeah, it's not directly weird. Just look at somebody else's and then just basically put that into that. However, I'm still fucking
Yeah, no, it's
struggling
just
on it
like,
because I don't know how to really do the tiles and all that shit.
oh,
Me
I mean,
either.
I've done that sort of shit all the time. Back when I was a moderator for Starbound RP, I did like law, I did like various rule sets, all that sort of shit. Like, Jesus Christ, the amount of work I had to put on this one bullshit system,
Holy
which
fucking shit! I got spammed fucking messages by
Yeah, the sort
and it's, oh God, what is going on? I bought some Dunkin' Donuts. What is my life?
Yeah. That's, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes RP can be that simple.
Yeah. So, yeah, I am rather interested in seeing like different things. It's just,
I mean,
you do
I know what
also
you're
have
talking about.
to babysit as well.
I don't accept everything people give me. I can't. My own RP has rules on what we can and can't get and with permission. So like, it's really up to people's like their RP group or how they do things.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I
Because it's
mean,
easy
this may
solutions.
seem like super powerful, this magic gun, but it has 6 rounds in it. This is a revolver. This is how it's balanced. You know how many?
You've only got 6 rounds per encounter or per day or something.
Just 6 rounds in the gun.
Rest.
6 rounds in the gun. It's a revolver. So if I run out of 6 bullets, then I can't shoot. I do have more in my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like take the time to reload. Be like, oh, I'm reloading, and probably a good 30 seconds, and then I'm ready.
Yeah, no, that's
It's not
fair.
be like I don't have infinite rounds. I can't just keep shooting. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nah. Infinite ammo, just nah.
So there are a lot of things like you still have to keep in mind. No magic area, gun's like half useless. People can just fling it out of my hand, which has happened. I'll be like, I'm trying to shoot them, and you're like, oh, they shoot some magic at me. Oh, my gun flies out my hand. That's it.
Yeah, no,
It's a
that's
gun.
fair. Generally, my general character concept is just generally rather simplistic. It is rather simplistic. It's just that trying to fit the general
Yeah, that's fair.
simple magic is not as simple as I initially thought.
No, magic is not that simple. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to magic in this metaverse, it's generally either you're an innate caster, which is like a demon or a devil or someone born magical, or if you have to learn it, it takes quite some time. So you can generally be more all-purpose and choose what you want.
Supernatural abilities in general.
In terms of.
See, that's the whole general. Is long strider the right word, or it's just like fast travel spells? It's just spooky.
That's fire.
Is very spooky.
The heck's that?
Yeah, no, the fire dude is very spooky, but like generally my species or the species has like supernatural ability to just be able to travel long distances.
I mean, true. I mean that's fine.
No, I say that because Lucian does that himself in a sense.
Yeah,
As long as he's been there, he can go back to it.
He's not talking about like portals and stuff. More like you can travel more like physically.
Instantaneously.
Okay.
No, physically,
Cata,
like running and.
You're on the.
Right.
You're sort of you are on Discord, aren't you? So
yeah.
Here we go.
Should be the same name.
So hold on. Let's see. See if I can find the old.
You mean you can like? Are you talking about you can just like cat? What you were talking about you can do long strider and cast it innately and whenever or once a day or something.
I mean, Lucian would just fly at that point. That's how he ends it.
And when it comes to movement abilities, it's kind of nuts in this world. So like, generally,
when you can haste yourself.
I mean, it's not haste. It's like you're tiny bit faster than average. Generally, long strider, which I've tried, it just generally doesn't work out in practice because it doesn't really mean anything. It just doesn't mean anything.
No.
Like, what's plus
in all
10?
actuality,
It's like, okay, we're running the same speed. Okay, I do long strider. I'm slightly faster.
Just saying you hasted yourself.
Yeah. Just say you hasted yourself or I do a spell, I'm a bit faster now. When it comes to certain D&D spells, it just doesn't work out in this. It just doesn't make any sense. That's kind of feels bad.
Let's see. You're on resist.
Oh god, I think I am. I forgot to leave that. I keep making the joke I was gonna leave. Yeah, here I am. Guess I'll where's one of his things? Gen 1. I'll just put an emoji so you can find me.
I need to relook at
There, Gen 1. So this
Okay.
is why I'm doing spirit magic, so it's kind of like a bit more utilitarian. So it's basically I have fire magic, I have air magic, I have ice magic, and that's really it.
Let's see.
Yeah, Shadow Moil is good for a defensive because it has shadow-like flames
Like using like specific
attacking
spells
people.
kind of doesn't really work, and because not everyone knows D&D. You got to keep that in mind.
No.
They'll look at you like you're an idiot and be like, "What's that?"
That's why you just tell them what it does. Like, you
Yeah.
see shadow-like flames wrap around them. Anytime you come to attack them, those shadow-like flames are going to come out and attack you, and it's going to be necrotic damage.
Yes, I also need to go over how that stuff works too. It's like not everyone knows your inspiration source.
Don't worry, that's why I got this.
Yeah.
Not everyone knows
Lucian,
Warcraft. Not everyone knows
I had
D&D.
to
Not
go
everyone knows
up
the
the
anime.
Rune Knight on D&D, which is also a maggot. But I had to do that for Alice's World stuff because
Oh,
Lucian
thank God.
you had to go basics on runes.
I think you're talking. Oh my goodness, I'm not in the mood for memes. I'm doing stuff. I'm in Discord. This better be actually important.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, come here.
So I'm not sure where it is located on this page, but okay. I'm here. What? Jesus. I'm here.
Okay, look at our avatar. Her head is way too big for those hands.
Yes, it needs to be just slightly. So
and the fact that you got no neck as well.
is that the key patch?
Okay. No, alright, so
Is that the key patch you're talking about on the?
It's the actual key.
Well, how come there's like a patch in the armband? So like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with the patch?
Dirk, you put it on like that. You like need to put it on close somewhere.
I could teach you. Did you make this model? Like, did you
No,
make
I didn't. Dirky did.
So can I like play my character not?
I have a thing.
Just have the fucking armband?
You might want to tell Doki.
Cause like, there's no
If
way.
you look at my character here. There's a good way to do proportions. So when it comes to heads up on top of fucking chest, it always goes normally 3 across. 3 heads across is normally the rule.
Yeah,
what a actual head size is.
I tried to do that. My head might be slightly too big, but oh well.
So if it can go section there, section there, section there, then you've
This is a new and improved
good
one.
proportions.
I actually completed the
You learn
emotes.
that in art, basically.
Wait, hold on. Hold your hand up again.
I mean,
this is just the way how the face
I
is.
thought I saw it like.
It's a bit big, but yeah.
Yeah, I know it's like slightly too big. I might want to take a look at that.
I'd say mine's a bit big.
But then again, it's generally.
It's like you're wearing a collar, and it's like the collar's not even like pushing up like a collar, because if that's the case, your neck is extremely long. You are fucking giraffe neck.
I thought as much.
If you undone this collar, you would have giraffe neck.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I thought there might be something.
Speaking
like
of
that.
giraffe neck.
Because this character's gonna
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean now. Okay, so yeah.
Let's have a look at your massive neck. Let's have a look. Oh my god, do you have a massive neck?
Okay, I know. I'm really annoyed when people start talking shit about my models. I know what you're talking about.
No, I'm not. I'm just telling you, dude. I didn't mean to point out something that you can't unsee, dude.
Is this
If
it?
you are wise out,
Okay.
it's a Toby. Oompa Loompa gobbledygook. It's an
What the
Oompa
heck is going on
This
over
is a
here?
good model. You got weight paint and everything all good. All you gotta do is make the head a little smaller. That's
Yeah,
it.
because I had to redo the model. I had to redo the model and fix the weight paint. That's why it just took so long. Generally.
Dude, that sucks. But at least it works. And now you only got one small thing if you really want to put the effort in to make it perfect.
Oh, I can
That's
fix
up to
that.
you.
So essentially, just pull the head down a bit.
Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, yeah, just smaller, bit down, bang, done.
Yeah, I can fix that. It's no big deal. If anything else, be damned, because like this is. I'm not redoing this. I'm sorry. I'm not redoing this.
Oh my god, like
I've told Doki multiple times about.
Like I'm not messaging Doki again. I mean, I tried. Okay, so
So basically,
where is
all
it?
those posts are like
The
just
Nico
general
Mimi? No, or is that something else? Is it in the middle?
No, the Nekomimi is just like another race that
Is
was
it the
banned.
post above it?
Pandas. No, so there's one which is literally about the pandas, and what they do is that they just go around to civilization, just squat in front of their houses, eat whatever, and then 50 years later fuck off.
Yeah, I know you're
Pester another.
a nomadic sort of
Yeah, so
race.
that's the general. That's
It's
the
almost
general concept.
it's almost a D&D one. I'm not even.
I mean, no, just generally, it's like literally once every 50 years, they just completely fuck off somewhere else, and it's like what, maybe in the span of a year or two, they're able to completely travel continents or something, like
I see.
other side of a planet, sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like big migratory thing where it's semi-supernatural because it's just how the fuck do they get over there? I mean, like a year's worth of travel is a year's worth of travel, but goddamn.
I mean, I guessing you teleport and stuff. I mean, I don't know.
So the thing is that
Or you
that's
like you
part
said
of
you
the curse of the grave trees.
you're yeah, you're kind of describing it more like switching metaverses when you like do the
Yeah, the grave
that almost
tree is
that
the
almost doesn't
switch
really
metaverse.
apply to what we're currently
No, I know,
referencing
but
to in terms of movement.
in his home, yeah, in his home metaverse, there's like he has like, or the race has minor supernatural abilities of just being able to traverse really long distances in relatively short time. Not like instantaneous, but like what, maybe a few months travel to just cross the entire continent.
Yeah. I see. So, what, you want to learn? Probably don't even need that, actually, considering
No,
it's
it's more
kind of how
just
that
along the
works.
lines of I get the general idea that he has some supernatural ability to him, and so I'm just wondering if that's like something to kickstart or boost the initial learning or the initial activation of ability.
Probably not, considering it's just some sort of like almost a mechanic, almost really out of character to switch metaverses when you so choose. It's not really almost like an in character thing, sort of ish.
I guess
It's like a in character excuse to switch metaverses, like you're gonna do your nomadic travel and then warp out,
yeah.
and so it doesn't generally have any correlation to other things, really.
Yeah. I mean, that's partially why I'm interested in alchemy, because if I switch metaverses
Can I have my
again,
neck
then
somewhere?
I've at least got alchemy to sort of rely on to an extent, because that should be able to transfer like general herbal or potion making.
Possibly. What the heck?
Hey, look, it's a magic crystal from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the mana crystal that Edward blew up.
That was
And
fun.
caused
Oh,
a
was it?
big mana magic.
Is it raining?
I personally can see if, because you made this model, right?
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
I don't know
Crap.
if you're just trying to do it to hide it or not.
You think I made this? No, I didn't make this.
I should have
Oh no, I was gonna say because I
paid
had
more
the sneak
attention.
suspicion if he did.
Anyways,
No, I had the
I
sneaky
mean,
suspicion
even
he has no idea how to
really, your
exactly do
Delvana
skin on
model
skin.
doesn't really
So
look
he
exactly
looks
how
for models specifically with this type of shit.
I was
So he could
told
just
to
duck
do.
in there and pretend
I
everything
mean,
is
you have
okay.
like
It
an.
hasn't been added on yet. God damn it!
I
The
mean,
key is
Me?
her actual
I had to do
key.
this. Like this neck was down
Part
to
of the
here.
storyline.
like
The
I'm not
key,
sure.
It's not the patch.
Like I'm not sure how the fuck I'm gonna like incorporate that into this model.
And then I had to
Oh, okay.
You don't need
skin
the
it all
key.
the way
You
down
just
to there.
need the patch and the
I don't even know how to
That
put on the
long
patch.
armband.
Like I have the armband with the symbol.
The division.
Yeah.
I mean, I like playing this
But
guy. Though.
the
This guy's
patch,
pretty fun to play.
I literally don't
Except when you
understand
want to
how
be
to
wizard.
how that works.
Huh?
I don't know why you're asking me because I don't